On Tuesday, Newsmax reported that President Joe Biden will not be seeking the Democratic nomination. Now, obviously, there's no confirmation of that, so everybody calm down. But that said, Biden will be making an announcement this weekend. He could just be announcing that he's like quadrupling down and saying, no, I'm not leaving the race. Or he could announce that he is taking the advisement of former President Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi, numerous Democrats on the Hill, and passing the torch to possibly Kamala Harris. So that said, Newsmax immediately believed that it was true. Host Rob Schmidt decided to take this news, I guess, as gospel, and go further by claiming that Biden will step aside without endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris as the nominee, which would be incredibly dumb. They'd have to completely retool, like run a completely new campaign. They'd have to raise all the money again because all the money that's been raised by the Biden-Harris campaign would be forfeit. Whereas, of course, if he passed the torch to Kamala Harris, she's already on the ticket. She already has access to the money, the resources, etc., and she'd be ready to take over. I mean, in fact, that's kind of the whole point of picking a vice president, because they're assumed to be prepared to take over if the president himself is incapacitated or if something happens or he steps down, et cetera, et cetera. So that said, and this, basically the whole point is Kamala, she's ready to run. She's ready to run. She's ready to serve, right? In fact, she's been out there doing some pretty damn good speeches out on the campaign trail, going after Trump, tying him to Project 2025, et cetera. So now, that said, Schmidt, upon reporting about this, what is conjecture, okay, decided to ask Newsmax residents, Newsmax's resident black woman expert, okay, about what would happen if Harris, for some reason, was not given the nod if this happened.
And he's going to drop out. He's not going to endorse Kamala Harris. Your response?
And again, I haven't been able to confirm this myself, but I know that you guys have it on good authority. But the bottom line is that there isn't anybody that's really going to want to step into that role to go against Donald Trump with the strength and momentum of this campaign, of this convention. But they've got somebody who is in serious, medical peril, unable cognitively, physically to serve as commander-in-chief, as president of the United States. So what's very interesting, if it's true that he is in fact not going to endorse Kamala Harris and take it to an open convention, that's going to be a free-for-all.
If they do that, how are black women going to respond when you try to subvert the woman on the screen?
Well, they're going to be very unhappy. I mean, Joe Biden chose her because he said she was the best person to serve as vice president of the United States. That has not been the case at all. It's been an abysmal failure. But to pass over her is going to be a huge problem, probably with African-American, black voters, black women voters, all of the above. But there's many people that feel that it should go to Kamala Harris if Biden steps down. But that is a pretty crushing blow if you do not endorse your vice president that you chose.
Okay, so first of all, it's hilarious that they're asking Kimberly Guilfoyle about black women voters. Do they not actually have a black woman voter to ask? Well, it is the RNC, so of course they don't. Okay, it's Newsmax. But here's the thing, right? Black women, the majority of them are not even entertaining the idea of replacing Joe Biden on the top of the ticket. In fact, more than 1,400 black women and allies sent a letter saying that they were supporting Joe Biden. That's it. Now, look, I don't agree with them. I do respect their opinion, but, of course, we can have a disagreement on this. So now, the letter signed by Kara Mosley Braun, the first African-American woman elected to the Senate, Keisha Lance Bottoms, former senior advisor to Biden, and former mayor of Atlanta, and Melanie Campbell, chair of the Power of the Ballot Action Fund. Those women are not interested in having this conversation. They're not interested in, no, we're 100% Biden. And not only that, a full 64% of black women voters that they will vote for Joe Biden if the election were held today. So they're backing Biden. Black women voters, the majority, they're like, no, we're riding with Biden. All right, again, I disagree with them, but that's democracy. To think, though, that Kimberly Guilfoyle can speak for black women, It's about as ridiculous as saying that I speak for black women. Obviously, I don't. Black women speak for black women, and they're clear. They're backing Joe Biden. They're going to vote for the Democratic nominee, of course, regardless of who it is at the end of the day as well. I mean, there it is. But you know what else is funny, though? Right. She is talking about Biden maybe not endorsing Harris, his VP, and saying, what a disaster, what a blow that would be. Wait, hold on here. Former Vice President Mike Pence is not endorsing Donald Trump. Are you going to talk about that? Can we talk about why that is the case? Oh, right. It's because of Donald Trump nearly got Mike Pence killed on the January 6th riot. How is that not a disaster? How is that not a crushing blow? Again, when you're looking at, well, you know, Vice President Mike Pence didn't come back to the ticket, even though, you know, he was Donald Trump's VP for 4 years. Oh, really? Well, why is that? What happened to the first vice presidential, pick? Oh, well, yeah, a mob tried to kill them. And that were, they were chanting, hang Mike Pence. And Trump's like, I don't know, maybe he deserves it. Can't talk about that, though. And of course, no news from, or I should say, no word from Newsmax on that. But of course, it is Newsmax. So what do you expect? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.